All right, now it's time to talk about how to create IAM user using the terraform template. The first thing, we will use resource as we learned previously, then the name of the resource. It will be AWS IAM user. Okay, now here put anything, so my name, for example. So actually this is inside the template only. I mentioned that, by the way, and I'm assuming that you are familiar by now, so we will move on. And then inside it, then the attribute name equal, and let's put test user, or let's name it actually test test dash user. Okay, it's okay, no big deal. Okay, as simple as that. Now here we created a user, but we didn't attach any policy for it. So we will create another resource, but this time it will be AWS underscore IAM underscore policy. Cool. And my policy, I will name it my policy here. Okay, inside the template. The name of this policy, it will be custom underscore policy, for example, or let's name it test custom policy actually, so to make sense actually, dash, and here let's put dash, so test dash custom dash policy. Actually name it whatever you want, it's no big deal. And the policy here is the big deal thing, so it is the policy, so policy equal, and I will put the less than EOF, okay, which means end of file. So this means that this variable, which is policy, it will keep taking values until we reach the value of EOF, and I will put it here as you can see. So anything within these, between the line of policy here and the EOF, it will be considered for the policy variable. Okay, cool. Now where to get from policy from? So by the way, this is something I'm assuming that you are familiar with in Linux or Bash scripts. But by the way, if you are new or this is the first time you heard about it, so actually this to accept value for the policy variable or attribute, let's say this is not a variable, this is attribute for the resource. So it will keep accepting values for the attribute policy until we reach the end of file. By the way, this is supported from the terraform itself. So this is not I came up with this. No. So I will go to the console. I will go here to the IAM, and here inside the users or the policies, actually I want to go to the policies, and I want to have a full administration access, or actually let's search about the EC2. As you can see, full EC2 access. So let's take that and put it actually. Yeah, I will copy and paste everything here. Okay, as simple as that. This will give me a full EC2 access. So as you can see, yeah, this is for a full EC2 access. Okay, now we are ready. So here inside it we have the terraform, the main.tf file here. So terraform apply to see if it is working or not. So actually let's have this, and the end of file here to have it here. Okay, so without spaces, and let's check again because this is invalid JSON as it informed me. Yeah, actually this sometimes happen because I need to delete the tf state file. Yeah, actually it is working now. So you can see that it was some problem with caching and whatever. Okay, but no big deal. So here to put yes, actually how to do such a thing, you need to provide the, without deleting the terraform df state file, you need to provide terraform refresh. Okay, but actually I want to avoid wasting your time and just delete it because it's no big deal. No, nothing here. This is just for the course, all right? But actually it's very dangerous to delete the state file, by the way. Anyway, no big deal. So yes, here, as you can see, 2 resources will be created. This policy and this IAM user, okay? And you can see it has been created successfully. So if I return back here, if I return to the policy, and if I search about it and what we named it test custom policy. So if I copy paste and find it here, you can see it is not found. I need to refresh again. Yeah, you can see that now it has been created successfully. Now if I return to the users, again the user, which is test user, I guess it is test user, right? Oh yeah, it is test user here. So it has been created successfully, all right? But if I click on it and if I see the permission, you can see that we don't have any permission because we create the policy, and yeah, we create the user, but we didn't, or we forgot to attach the policy. So we need to attach it, by the way. So let's return back here below, and before that, let's delete this to avoid any stupid mistake. And yes, it has been deleted or destroyed successfully. Now here, to attach it, we need to create another resource, but this time it will be AWS IAM _ policy _ attachment. Okay, by the way, all of that you can find it from the official documentation, so you don't need to memorize any of these, by the way. Okay, but because I'm using it a lot, I have them on my mind, but it is not expect from you or anyone actually to memorize anything. Actually, sometimes it is stupid to memorize these. It's better to go to the official documentation, okay, and just copy and paste. But what is expected from you is to understand the concepts, how things works, and how to connect things with each other. And if you face any problem, you need to know how to troubleshoot and to diagnose this problem. Okay, that's it, I'm telling you. And here I will say attach my policy. Anyway, anything, because this is for the name inside the template. We already talked about these over and over. Now here we will put name equal, and let's put the attachment, and then we will put the users equal and put as a list. So here a list of the users that we want to attach specific policy to them, but in my case it will be the user that I have created. And by the way, if I scroll a little bit, I will use this syntax, which is the resource, which is IAM user. So IAM user dot the name of the user inside the template, which is my name, dot the attribute, which is name. Okay, so if I scroll a little bit here, you can see the name. Okay, so AWS dot IAM user dot my name, sorry, AWS IAM user dot my name dot the name. Okay, and this is something I'm pretty sure you are getting familiar with. Okay, so far so good. Now I need to provide the policy ARN, so policy _ ARN equal, and here I need to provide the policy ARN, which is the one that we have created, which is this one, which is, as we learned previously, AWS _ IAM _ policy. I will have it here, dot, then my policy. Actually, I have this as a wrong, so my policy, but no big deal. Actually, this is just inside the template, so this is not a reserved word, by the way, and I'm sure you are familiar with that by now. Okay, dot, now then the ARN. Okay, as simple as that. Okay, now let's save that and let's run it. So terraform apply. Now previously you saw that we created the user and we have created the policy, but we didn't attach the policy to the user. You saw that the user has no permission or no policy at all. Now this time, no, it will be different. As you can see, we are creating 3 resources: the user, the policy, and the attachment for the policy, because this is a resource after all. As you can see, this is a resource. The AWS IAM policy attachment is a resource inside the Terraform. Anyway, let's wait and see. Now let's have another look and see. Let's go to the users. Let's refresh that again. Let's go to the test user that we have created. All right, cool. Now you can see this time we have the test custom policy that we created attached successfully, which means it's working as expected. Now we don't need that anymore. Let's go to the terminal again and let's run terraform destroy and put yes, and everything is working